Oh, we're doing the worst DLC ideas ever.
Hey!
I'm gonna kick things off with Hulk. But the thing is, Hulk is only his final smash, and for the rest of the time he's not using his final smash, he's Bruce Banner, and all of his attacks deal 1% damage. Slowest character in the game, he asked his final smash into Hulk.
Just Bruce Banner.
Yeah, at which point he becomes about as good as K. Rool, but with no projectiles.
That's my goal in life is to be about as good as K. Rool.
Choice number 1 for me is Cream the Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog. If you haven't seen her, she's just this adorable, kind-hearted rabbit who can fly with her ears, I think. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will she have cheese?
I didn't just make that up.
Will she have cheese?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
I figure her neutral B could be like be relevant or something, which is something
savage.
It would be new to Smash Bros. Also, I was thinking for Cream's down B, like Big the Cat could appear as a cameo in the background somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I feel appreciated by at least one person.
Big the Cat is the bane of the Sonic existence.
You'd be playing like Sonic Adventure 2, and
Such
then
a
just
good
like
game.
Big the Cat's like in a forest, and you're like, why is he here?
My first option for the worst DLC character is Putt Putt the car.
Yes!
Do you remember Putt
Yes!
Putt was this beautiful purple convertible car who had this little dog named Pep, I think was the name of it.
Yes!
And he had like this little like antenna, and that's how he did everything.
His antenna was like this tendril.
Yeah, and so the majority of Putt Putt's attacks... The majority of Putt Putt's attacks would be him running around and having you point and click on the screen. And so a large part... So you wouldn't have smash attacks. Your right analog would just be to move a mouse around the screen. And that's how you direct most of your attacks, because it was a point and click game.
I was imagining each player who plays Putt Putt would just have to bring a mouse.
You just have to keep clicking to move him, and then you must an attack.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, perfect.
10 out of 10, would recommend.
Absolutely.
My first is going to be, I think, a very iconic character to gaming in general, Dr. Phil.
No.
Now,
what?
I know
This is why we don't have This is why we don't have subscribers.
I think that a lot of characters obviously use like melee attacks and like swords and magic, but Dr. Phil uses mostly psychological attacks to help you work through and fix your issues, but also kill you.
Pikachu is confused. It hurts so that it's confusion.
So, I mean, do you have any move examples?
No.
His side B would just be quotes that his dad told him growing up.
His down B is like introspection.
His smash attack would just be to have no hair.
He rips off his bald cap to reveal an actual bald head.
His smash attack would just be to like stare at you kind of like sternly and like...
Oh, like Mewtwo.
Or like Rob, how Rob's like and like lasers come out.
Yeah.
Yes, but without the lasers or anything cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just more introspection.
You spend the fighter pass money for that, guys.
You spent it on Joker.
I was thinking Clippy from Windows 95.
Oh, yes. Yep, high five from me.
All of his moves are just telling you did your moves wrong.
Yes, he's
just suggesting better ones.
He's just passive aggressive the whole game.
If you ever attack him and he counters, he's like, no, you used a forward smash. You should use a jump instead.
It's like you mess up and he's like, you know, there are better out of shield options.
I mean, can he do all of it? Like, can his side B be turning into a bicycle? On
Yeah,
all
oh yeah,
okay,
of course.
Right, yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
He turns into like a light bulb or something. That's like an area of effect attack. Like his neutral B just like he shines light.
Does he randomly like, crash off the stage?
Oh, his final smash could just be a blue screen of death.
Yes. His entire screen goes blue and every other character glitches into a different version of Chloe.
This was pre-planned before I heard yours, but mine was Pajama Sam.
Yes! I was hoping he would do that!
So back in the day, like 95, 98, when we were like 4 or 5 years old, the company called Humongous Entertainment made a bunch of different series of games. One of those was Putt Putt.
Yes.
A different one was Pajama Sam.
Yeah.
And you would play as Sam in his pajamas. He was a superhero. I mean, he'd go out and solve problems. Like, oh my gosh, thunder and lightning, so frightening.
And his smash attack is that he puts his clothes on. And the whole
no.
all the characters go, who is this?
He gets like fully dressed, like, I'm ready for work.
Would you have to use a mouse for Pajama Sam also?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
There's no alternative.
You'd have to be using a Bluetooth USB mouse.
So, like Pajama Sam, he's just inquisitive. He's like MacGyver, except pajamas.
Was he psychotic? Like he was talking to lightning and bolts.
Yeah, well, I think he is.
So he was a little schizophrenic.
Probably. I mean,
who
the
is
signs
it?
are there.
Who is
And if
it?
Dr. Phil's in the game, it's gonna be fine.
2019, they're both a little schizophrenic.
He and Dr. Phil are like mortal enemies.
But no, they partner up. They synchronize better.
Okay, so my second option is Detective Pikachu.
Oh, it's like an Echo Fighter, or is it a new
No.
character?
At first I was like, it could be an Echo
need a
Fighter,
third
and then I was like, no, it needs to be a totally different, separate entity.
No spoilers yet. I haven't seen it.
Detective Pikachu would,
It's fine.
drink a lot of coffee. Like in the way that the Wii Fit trainer has like his meditation thing, the down B, Detective Pikachu's would be chug coffee. And then all of a sudden he's so much better. He will be voiced over by Ryan Reynolds, of course.
Right.
And so like, it won't be him saying Pika, Pika. It'll be,
You're just
hey!
Oh.
And just random
And, like,
things.
complaining about things.
Just generally complaining. But his final smash would be him turning into Deadpool Pikachu.
So it's like back when Wario transformed into Super Wario for a while.
Yes.
Except now it's Deadpool Pikachu and
Yes.
he makes snide remarks.
And children will go, what is Pikachu doing?
My second character is Mrs. Buttersworth.
Oh no, the syrup lady.
Yes, it's
Yes.
Crap! Why did we invite you?
to my house. So her,
Explain to us what Mrs. Butterworth would do in Smash.
What does she bring to the table?
no.
What is she-
Pancakes and syrup.
Come on, yeah, I did it on purpose. It was good, right?
That's good. That's good.
No. So I thought about this. Her neutral B is gonna be like just like throwing pancakes, like a projectile.
Of course.
Pancake throwing. Her side B is kind of gonna be like a. It's basically like an Inkling Echo Fighter, but with syrup instead of ink. That's basically what's gonna happen.
You made one character and you want everyone to be an Echo Fighter.
Butter knife that like butters. She just butters you.
Oh, I get. The more butter you have, the more damage you take, right?
The core question for me is this Mrs. Butterworth the original Mrs. Butterworth or like an actual bottle of syrup?
Oh no, this is the bottle of syrup.
I just want to pick Colonel Sanders now, or like Ronald McDonald's Claptrap from Borderlands.
Yes! This isn't a joke though. We should actually
I know,
do
like
that.
that's not a
Seriously, though.
terrible
I would
DLC.
enjoy that.
Seriously.
But the thing is, like, it would be like Claptrap from 2, so he wouldn't have any guns himself. Like all of his abilities would just be taunts. Like you just have 12 taunts he can do, and the
Oh,
only
so it's a K-Rool Echo Fighter.
yeah, basically. I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking of like what he could do because he doesn't actually do that much.
12 taunts is great.
He could lose his
roll
eye
down.
every once in a while on the stage like K. Rool's
that's true.
crown. He could throw his eye and get it lost.
Oh, that's true. Like, and as long as you don't have your eye, all of your controls are randomized.
And really, the core of his power comes from his ability to coerce other actual people into wanting to kill him first.
Oh, that's true.
Like, if you're playing Claptrap, you just win if you weren't the first person out.
Yeah, your only hope is to get everyone else to stage dive.
Alright, well, my next one comes from a game from my childhood that was absolutely perfect. It is Chibi Robo.
Oh, yeah.
you
Well,
guys-
yeah.
And this one actually kind of makes sense. I mean, it is a Nintendo
Yes.
title. But Chibi Robo, for context, is a small robot who's like 6 inches tall, carries his little cord around. I guess you're looking at a picture of him right now. Carries his cord around, can plug himself into any outlet. So he's a resource managing
Yeah.
character, a bit like Olimar. You know, he has to manage the number of Pikmin he has out. Chibi Robo can run out of battery power, and then you can't move for the remainder of the match.
It's a Roomba Echo Fighter?
He's a Roomba.
No, the Roomba is the Chibi Robo Echo Fighter.
Oh,
yeah,
bad.
Yeah, it's a DLC, Roomba DLC.
Got
I
it.
dig it.
One of his perks to playing him is he's 6 inches tall, so
Yeah.
you know, in the stage he'd be like
You're
that.
not a threat.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
a threat, but also you can't be hit really,
Yeah, that's a good
unless you
point.
get stepped on. His up B is a propeller, because you know in the game he had this like propeller would pop out of his head, it would pop open and like propeller would
Professor
fold
Gadget
out.
style.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
For my third option, I have chosen Golden Freddy.
Oh, yeah.
Golden Freddy himself, his moves would just be him standing there very still. And then if you try to do anything, he just like spasses out and eats the nearest child. So I feel like he could work
So
really
if you're playing
well.
Lucas, you lose.
If you're playing anything short, you die instantaneously upon walking near it.
So Chibi Robo is out.
If you're Dr. Phil, you're gonna be mostly okay because you can psychologically convince yourself it's just a toy.
Even though it's not.
I think
The
Dr.
Golden
Phil
Freddy's
is S tier.
He's OP for sure.
Anyway, that would be a great way to ruin another children's game.
My third is definitely going to be another set of characters that, like Tobias, were very important to me growing up. Bob and Larry.
I was gonna say Larry Boy. Dang it! It was coming to me.
Bob and Larry.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking kind of like an Ice Climbers, like.
So they like teamwork?
turns? Yeah. Well, yeah. They're both kind of, because I don't think a fruit and a cucumber would be very like. Either one by themselves wouldn't be enough, but like together they make like a good team.
Right. But we all know that Larry is far superior.
Well, I mean, his final smash could be turning into Larry Boy and Bob going in the background going, nah, you're good.
All Bob did was complain, right?
Where did Larry go? Oh no! Larry Boy's on the screen fighting people and it's like, Larry, you gotta see this! There's a guy! I'll just go with Emo Spider-Man.
What?
All he can do
You
is
gotta like unbutton your shirt a little bit.
He's like Joker. He's got like finger guns, just like psh, psh, psh.
Does it start off as regular Spider-Man and then after enough loved ones die, it turns into Evil Spider-Man?
Oh.
No, he's always been Emo Spider-Man deep down. You know?
Okay, got it.
I feel like kind of the core of his gameplay is that you can't look at him directly necessarily.
Right.
Or you'll get entranced in his beautiful emotions.
You can't really look at him directly, and so you can't predict what he's gonna do because it's too dangerous, really. To make eye contact.
I would love it if he could he has Incineroar's thing where every time he does anything he taunts, but he can't auto cancel it. He has to finish every time.
Kicks.
The stage music is just like early 2000s goth music.
Exactly.
Oh my Chemical Romance.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so my next one is again following the theme of tiny characters. Super niche, so I'm willing to bet that none of you have ever heard of this game.
Okay.
But when I was very young, in the wee lad days, my grandparents at their house, they had an SNES, and there was this one game called Harley's Humongous Adventure.
That's a big adventure.
It wasn't. The whole predicament Harley was in is that somehow he got shrunk down very, very small. So the whole point of the game is you've got this jetpack and you're flying around the levels collecting thumbtacks to use as weapons. Again, if you get footstooled, you die immediately, but you can fly indefinitely.
Oh,
that's a useful thing.
Yes, and he has
That's
ranged.
permaband.
He has ranged projectiles. Well, he's not just 6 inches tall. He's this tall, right?
It's like a fly.
He's
You can fly indefinitely, but also you're a
You're
bug.
gonna die.
right. He's a half-inch tall. So if a single move hits him,
Life is sudden death.
basically everything that happens is sudden death. He gets hit by any move at all, a jab, and he's just off the stage. But he can fly indefinitely, and he has ranged projectiles as long as he continues to pick up thumbtacks.
So my next character is Jimmy Neutron.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Why would Jimmy Neutron not be in Super Smash Bros?
Honestly.
I mean,
Good.
there's so much he can do. He can complain about his parents. That can be all of his taunts is him just variously complaining about his parents.
And being right.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
More important.
His down B can be him getting Goddard out.
Yes!
You know,
Yeah, okay.
the dog can do some stuff.
Side
his
B, he
side
can
B,
ride Scooter Goddard.
Yes,
I-
I was also gonna say his side. Well, that's actually better side B. And then his neutral B would be him using his microchip controlled pants. I feel like there is
Good.
so much
And his
Jimmy
final
Neutron.
smash, he basically does turn into the Hulk at one point, so...
Yeah.
Or it could just be a brain blast. What stage are we on? Who is here? And he puts them all in his brain and they die.
The stage has it just all converge on one person.
Alright, my last character that I think would be the worst character as a DLC is Mr. T,
Yes.
aka B.A. Baracus.
Are you proud?
I really don't think I need to explain this, why he would be immediately pushed into S tier.
However, you do need to roll the commercial you saw earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't even think we need to talk about his moveset because it's obvious.
It was basically just
Yeah.
Mr. T from World of Warcraft.
It's each button you press, it's side B, win, down B, win, up B, win.
Yeah.
Taunts, I'll pity the fool.
There you go.
That's
And
that.
you win.
And then win.
And then win.
Yeah.
Your taunts are winning moves.
It's one of those taunts that has secretly has damage also, except it's not a secret and it's
Yeah.
just a move that makes you win.
we forgot to record an outro. So this is the outro. I hope you like this video. You should share it with someone who wouldn't like this video, or someone that would like this video. Leave a comment of which DLC character you think would be the best or worst addition to Smash. Smash. And remember to like
and subscribe. Oh, the camera's here.
No, that was perfect. That was it. That's the take.